Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David, and this is a brand new release from the Murphy's Magic apprentice line, the Magic Chamber. All right, we got three more releases from the Murphy's Magic apprentice line. This is the last wave. This is the last three. Pretty excited. I've had these since they first got released. So I've been playing with these things since last year. So the last three in this wave is Chamber, the Mystery Box, and X-Ray. And so we'll be looking at all three of those. And if you've missed any of the other Murphy's Magic apprentice line videos, reviews that I've been doing, you can always go back and check. I've got a whole playlist full of all of these. All right, let me introduce you to the Murphy's Magic apprentice line of magic tricks. What are they? Well, these are classic time-tested effects that a lot of you will recognize, but now they come beautifully packaged. They have high-quality props. Each one of them comes with its own video instruction and includes pattern and full explanation. So if you're new to magic, you're going to see just how easy it is to amaze your family and friends. But if you're already a magician, these are perfect for kids' gifts, holidays, goodie bags, and magic party upsells. Now, with the Murphy's Magic apprentice line, you'll be able to share the laughter and the joy of magic. All right, so the Magic Chamber. Like I said, a lot of these are classics of magic. Been around for a really long time. Also, pretty inexpensive, usually when you go to find these. But they never came with really good packaging, and they certainly didn't come with good instructions. It was always just a little piece of folded up paper, and that was it. Certainly no video instruction. And so oftentimes, if you're new or young, it could be difficult to learn from written instruction, especially when there's not a lot there. And with no trailer or no video of like what this is supposed to look like, it can be difficult. And so that's the good news with the Apprentice Line series is now, as the magician, if you wanted to give these tricks away, the video instruction is going to cover everything. Now the student or the child, right, doesn't have to call on their parents or an adult and say, help me with this, because then what happens is the adult learns the trick too, and we want the kids or the apprentice to be able to perform these tricks for the adult without knowing how it's done. This one I didn't know about. So probably out of all of them, at least 80% I had seen before, but there was a good couple of them that I hadn't seen before. And so the Magic Chamber, that was one I hadn't seen. Just to let you know what it is, it's a little clear acrylic box with a clear acrylic lid and a red ball, and then two rubber bands. And really what happens is you hand everything out, everything can be examined. Nothing is gimmicked in this, by the way. Nothing is gimmicked. You then put the lid on the box, wrap the box with two rubber bands, lengthwise, widthwise, and then have the ball outside the box. And then under the cover of magic and a little bit of darkness, the ball penetrates through the rubber bands and through the box, and they can see it rattling around inside. You take the rubber bands right off, spill everything out, and everything can once again be examined with nothing to find. That is the Magic Chamber. So what are you going to get? Let's say you pay $9 to your favorite Murphy's Magic dealer. What do you get? You get all those components I just said. The plastic box, the ball, two rubber bands, and of course the download. There's nothing extra. There's nothing to add. For the performance, you will need some sort of silk, or in the trailer, Javier Fuemer just uses a napkin, right? Just a dinner napkin or table napkin. Just unfold that as your drape, as your cover, and that's fine. But if you're a magician and you've got a box of magic stuff, you could use any silk, right? And that's really all you need. You just need that cover. You just need the cover as you do the secret move. But yeah, that's it. And is it what I thought? Well, I wasn't familiar with the trick to begin with, but I was familiar with this style of effect. And so once I saw Javier start to do some of the routine, I immediately knew how it was done, because the secret to this is shared by a couple of other tricks that are also in the Apprentice Line, tricks that we're familiar with. All right, so how's the video? The video is 13 minutes long, and it's Javier Fuemer in the Murphy's Magic Apprentice Line studio that he's been in before. He's gonna run through the entire trick in studio with the mysterious cameraman offhand, off stage. And then he's going to walk through the trick. And really in 13 minutes, that's really the time he has to teach it to you. He'll cover a couple of extra things, which is nice, and I'll get into that. But there's no real like extra ideas or bonus patter or anything like that maybe some of the other videos have included. This trick is a little bit more technical, and so Javier kind of has to spend some time on the technical side of it and some of the moves and just holding everybody's hand and making sure they have all the info that they need. He'll also teach 2 different applications to this, including how to make the ball vanish as a kicker. Pocket space, everything fits in your pocket, right? It's all very small. In fact, I would probably carry this with the rubber bands inside the box, just so they don't pop off in your pocket and you're like digging around in your pocket going, where are those rubber bands? And they are kind of small. The rubber bands are kind of small. But angles wise, everything's clean. Inspectability, I said that too, like everything's good. Slides and difficulty level, this is probably one of the more difficult, I won't say harder, but more difficult tricks out of all of the apprentice line. There's just a little bit more to do here. Nothing is self-working. So it completely relies on subtlety and misdirection and familiarity with the props. Okay, this isn't one that I think if you learned it, you should just go immediately out and perform it. I know I always say that, but let's spend some time in practice. I think this trick, more than most, requires practice. But there's no setup, there's no reset, there's nothing to do like that. The positives for this are, Javier covers some other things, some other aspects of magic that enhance this trick. So like he'll cover palming, right? And he'll talk about how to make the ball vanish. So there's some little extras in this that are nice. Negatives, let's talk about negatives. I already said that it's gonna take more practice than most, sure. Those little small rubber bands can be awkward. Depending on how big your hands are or small your hands are, those little rubber bands can like fall off and zing across the room, and then they're gone. They're not really the same size as standard rubber bands, so maybe for a child or for someone that doesn't really shop for rubber bands, these could be difficult to replace if you don't know. So just watch for those. And normally in these videos, I talk about how great the patter was, but there was no patter for this project, even though the ad copy says that there's patter. They've been coming up with these stories and giving these tricks names, but the only patter for this that Javier did was just what he was doing, right? He was just repeating out loud, this is a box, this is a ball, it goes inside, it's trapped, rubber bands. You are just narrating, but I don't know that that's patter. I mean, it's certainly talking, right? But I don't want to imply that there's a new story here or something that's new. I think this trick was really just kind of taught direct. And so I was kind of waiting for the story or waiting for the pattern, because they've kind of done that with all the other tricks, but no such luck with this one. But like I mentioned earlier, it's only $9, $9. And people have been asking, well, they're so much more expensive than the classics. Why $9? Well, like video, right? Video I think is huge. And the packaging as well. And the products have all been remade, refashioned so that you're getting the very best of everything. So I think that's key, especially if you're the kind of magician, if you're like an uncle or an aunt, right? And you're trying to send a magic trick to someone who doesn't live near you, you're gonna send them one of these because it comes with a video instruction. I think the cheaper ones, they're fine for you and me because we can follow the instructions better. But I think for a child or for somebody who's young, these are better because of the instruction. You want Javier to teach these tricks, I think. Don't forget, there's also magic wands. So the apprentice line also has a magic wand that's only $2. So if you were going to add a couple of these tricks together and send them as a care package, just add a magic wand to cart. $2. It's a fun prop, and who doesn't want a magic wand? Big thanks to Murphy's Magic Supplies for allowing me to have these so I could do the review for you, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hey, would you like to learn a magic trick? You would? Did you know I have a second channel? That's right, I have a second channel where I teach beginning level magic tricks. Magic Channel Card Tricks is a place that you can go to learn tricks with ordinary items you can find around the house. Paper clips, rubber bands, pens, and of course, decks of cards. I teach beginning level card tricks. simple card tricks, simple card forces that anybody could learn. I also review magic kits. So if you go buy a magic kit from the store, your local Walmart or Target, or you get a magic kit for Christmas, I'll go over exactly what's inside. And I'll even teach you how to perform with some of those tricks that you get inside those kits. Plus, I'm even gonna give you video instruction to very simple, very inexpensive tricks that you can pick up at your favorite magic store. Sometimes you get those tricks and the instructions are just on a tiny little piece of typewritten paper and you have no idea how to do that trick. Don't throw that trick away. Don't put it in a box. Come back to Magic Channel Card Tricks and I will teach you how to use that trick as well. Or maybe you're not a beginner. Maybe you're not a beginner, but maybe you have a niece or a nephew or a little brother or sister that you could share this channel with them. This is a great, safe place, kid-friendly, where they can learn beginning level magic. Make sure you head on over to Magic Channel Card Tricks, give my videos a like, subscribe to that channel. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for being a part of Magic Orthodoxy.